It's coffee time.
Good morning, guys. So I thought that this week I could take you along on my week to let you know what I do daily. Hopefully this is interesting to you. Now, I am currently working a lot at the moment, and so there's a lot of hours of the day that I spend working. But I will try to make this vlog as interesting as possible for you guys to give you an idea of how my weeks go. This is also a week where I am not going anywhere special on the weekend. I don't have any special plans. So it is a very typical normal week for me. Of course, I start my day with coffee, obviously. And sometimes if I am able, I squeeze in a little bit of reading before work. So this weekend, I finished reading The Return by Rachel Harrison, and it's very interesting because she is an author that I always wanted to try, but I was unsure if her books were going to be for me. The reason is that I was told, and it is true, that her books are not so much like horror and blood and guts and gore and all of that. It's more kind of like moody, creepy kind of vibe. And I wanted to start with her debut novel, also because I had it already on my Kindle. So I decided to read it the other day, and I read it basically in 2 sittings because I was just so engaged with it, which, you know, tells you a lot about an author's writing style and talent, because it is true, the book was creepy, it had some horror moments here and there, but it was not the typical horror book that I would pick up. I think I'm even gonna give it 4 coffee mugs because honestly, it was very entertaining, fast-paced, it was thrilling. I was really invested in the characters. I really wanted to know more. I was like living it with them, you know, and it is amazing when a book can manage to do that. So I am definitely gonna pick up other books by her. I didn't want to pick up Cackle when it came out because I knew it was not going to be exactly horror, so I was a little bit, you know, on the fence about it. But now that I read this one, I kind of want to pick it up as well. So anyway, this week I want to let you know how my week looks like. So it is a Monday morning, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is sadly go and work today. I have today my regular job, I have a translation to do, and I'll see if I can fit in some reading and social media in between, so that I can also catch up with those things. But Mondays are usually really busy days for me. I am also currently in the process of filming 2 different vlogs. So I'm currently filming the first part of my 12 by 12, which is 12 books that friends recommended me to read in 2024. So I'm finishing the 3rd book for that, which means the first vlog is gonna go up very soon. And I'm also working on another like top secret vlog that I want to upload soon as well. So I have to fit those into my schedule as well. So as you can probably tell, I'm a busy person. I'm always busy, or I try to keep myself busy. Yeah, so here it is to a productive week. Let's go, you guys. Baby, you're still in bed? You're still in bed? Aww, I wish I could. I wish I could join you and read my books. But mommy has to work. Yeah. We have beautiful Dutch weather again today. It's rainy, beautiful, because I have to leave the house. That's right, I have to leave the house because I have to go to the post office to post a couple of things that I sold, and I need to go get new envelopes because I ran out. So I am trying to do with my movies, my CDs, like everything I own, the same that I'm doing with my books, which is to downsize the collection to the things that are the most important to me, because we have so much stuff here in this house. Like, it's a big house for 2 people. And it's still full of things because we collect a lot of things. And so I am trying to downsize everything to what is most important to me. It's working really well with books. So I'm gonna do the same with movies and with CDs and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, I'm also buying new movies that I enjoyed from the last years and stuff like that. So I don't want my collection to get out of control. Same with the books. So I'm trying to downsize everything. So I'm putting up a lot of things for sale. So I need envelopes for when things sell so that I have envelopes. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the post office, get new envelopes, come back home and keep working. Meanwhile, my cats are enjoying the best life you can have. Indoors, nice, warm, well-fed and pet. So I'm the one that has to go out in the cold rain. Yay. Hi guys. Hi Morby. Here we are. Yeah, the moment that I sit down, you guys, this is what happens. This is why I don't get anything done. Not even when I have a little break, because this is like having a baby. I've never had a cat so attached to me. Like, this is ridiculous. He literally waits until I sit down every time. If I sit down on the couch, he's there waiting to sit on top of me. He's very dependent. So in case of divorce, I'm taking the cats because obviously they can't live without me. It is what it is. So anyway, I wanted to update you. It is currently 3:30 p.m. and I have finished most of my work for my regular work, you know. And so I'm gonna take a little break now and then go back to work. But my translation job. So I thought I would take a little break in between to read a little bit, to feel that I have done something else apart from working today. Mondays are just very busy, which, you know, I always expected is right after the weekend. And so I normally don't get any reading done. So I just want to squeeze in, even if it's just half an hour to an hour, to read a little bit. So currently I'm reading 2 things and I cannot grab them at the moment because cat, give me a second. We're back. So currently I'm reading Ghost House by Claire McNally, and this is so far really good. It is one of those haunted house classic stories. The only thing I would say for this one, trigger warning for cheating, because it is from the very beginning they explain to you that this couple is moving houses looking for a fresh start because she cheated on her husband and they are not quite past it yet. So they moved to a new house with the children, hoping, you know, for a new beginning, to rekindle a relationship and all. And strange things start to happen in the house. They hear voices and the wife thinks she's seeing someone in the house. Then the kids say they see someone in the house. And so it's kind of like a classic kind of haunted story. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm in page 77 and I really like it. So far so good. And the other one that I'm reading is the book for my Patreons. It is The Keeper by Sarah Langan, and this is our pick for the month of March for my Evil Book Club. If you're interested in joining us, we read a book together every month. The Patreon link is down below. We also do reading sprints and other cool things together, so you can join us. And everything is going to be horror that we read. Well, thrillers and horror. And this one has been so far so good. The writing is just so good. It is her debut novel, and so far it is giving me kind of Stephen King vibes, because we are in a very small town where everybody knows everybody. and they have their own like local legends, and they all are very judgy with each other. So the town is not doing great. A lot of people have been moving out, and so they have a lot less citizens in this town, and they now had to close the mill. And after the mill closed, things started to go downhill. There's also the belief that this woman called Susan is responsible for a lot of bad things that are happening in town. So it's kind of like demonizing women in a way. And the portrayal of Susan and how everybody is so mad at her for absolutely no reason, just for her being different and living her life, is heartbreaking. And this book has also a lot of trigger warnings, so please do check, because there are some heavy trigger warnings. But the chapters feel like micro little stories about the different people that live in this town, and you're learning about them, and that all of these stories are interconnected, and you start to see that things are gonna get bad. Misunderstandings, people judging other people, people being desperate. So it kind of feels like it's an isolated town, and you know, it has that kind of Stephen King vibe where everybody starts to go against each other. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm not too far into the book. I am on page, let me see, 78, so I'm really behind. I need to keep reading these a little bit faster to catch up with my Patreons, because I don't want to be the last one. So I am gonna choose this one now to catch up with a little bit, since this is more important. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this. I'm also taking notes at the moment on my laptop, because I want to give updates to the Patreons, and you know, once the month is over, we will talk about the book together. So I like to take notes so that I don't forget things, especially when we read a book throughout the whole month and then we talk about it at the end. I feel like I need to take notes. Otherwise I'll forget like half of the stuff that are going on here. So yeah, we're taking notes, we're reading the book. Guys, it got a little bit later than anticipated. It's 4:45, but the good news is I've been flying through this book, so I have officially caught up with the chapters that I needed to read this week for the Patreon. So I'm really satisfied on a Monday. So I'm around 56% or so of the book, and it's just really good. Like, the relationships between everybody in town are so intertwined, and there's a lot of things that happened that are told from different perspectives as the events happen. There's an accident, so it's being told from the perspective of the people that were there when the accident happened, but also the people that are related to those who had the accident, etc. So everything is kind of like putting all of these people together, and I love it. I love when an author is able to give us so many different characters that live inside of a town, and they are able to give them personalities, and even though in every chapter there's different characters, it just flows so well. It's very easy to follow. You don't get confused with the characters at all, which says a lot about her writing skills. It is so easy when you have so many characters to get the readers confused all the time. And the chapters are very short, they're very well divided. All the chapters have specific titles that are related to what happens. So it is just so well put together. I love how they edited this book, to be honest. So I'm really excited to be enjoying this book, because the book we read in February was This Wretched Valley, and we all loved it. And now I'm also really enjoying the book that we picked for March. So far we've made good choices. And now, sadly, I have to go back to work. So for the rest of the day, because it's 4:45 now, for the rest of the day, I'm gonna be working in the office upstairs for my translation and other things. And I guess it's just gonna be work, dinner, and probably bed. So I don't think that I'm gonna do anything else today. Just work and just then have dinner and probably watch either Bones, Supernatural, or we are re-watching again Big Bang Theory at the moment. It's one of my most watched TV shows because it's just such a comfort for me. Whenever I'm sick or something, I just love to watch it. And we started rewatching it the other day. So those are the 3 shows that we're currently watching when we have dinner and like at night to kind of unwind before bed. So anyways, I guess this is all for today, for the Monday. That's all I have done today, all I have planned for the rest of the day. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow and let you know how my Tuesday goes. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more free time than today to read a bit more. But today, you know, it's a busy day, like I said. So at least I'm glad that I caught up with The Keeper and I am good to go for the week with that book. You know, it's early, but at least I have my coffee. It's one of the reasons why getting out of bed is nice, is because I get to make a pot of coffee, fresh pot, and smell coffee first thing in the morning. It's one of the, you know, little things in life. So it's Tuesday today, so I'm here with a little update. So yesterday I managed to watch the Oscars. I normally watch them the day after because obviously they take place in the middle of the night for me, so I cannot do it. So I rewatch them. I always do that on Mondays before everything gets spoiled for me on social media. And you know, I always enjoy the ceremony. I know there's a lot of probably, you know, inner politics involved on who wins and stuff. I'm still a little bit mad that the Iron Claw did not get nominated at all for absolutely anything. I'm still quite mad about it because they deserved it. But anyways, I enjoyed to see some of the performances, especially Billie Eilish and Ryan Gosling singing I'm Just Ken. That was a highlight for me. And I got a little bit teary-eyed when Cillian Murphy won the Oscar for Best Actor for Oppenheimer, because I have always loved Cillian Murphy. I think he's such an amazing actor and I feel like he doesn't get enough recognition. So I was just so happy for him. He's also a man of few words. He stays away from social media. I love all of his memes where he looks like he doesn't want to be there. That's me. I love it so much. And so, yeah, I was really happy for him. So that was a good win for me. But I'm also bringing you in this beautiful morning a book update because last night I picked another book from my TBR pile for the month of March. And this is a book that I was really excited to read, but at the same time I was a little bit scared because it is dark academia and I don't read so many of those and it can be a hit or a miss for me. I'm talking about An Education in Malice by S.T. Gibson, and as I've mentioned 1,000 times before, I did enjoy A Diary of Blood, so I was really excited to read the next book by the author and I picked it up right away. I was just a little bit scared, like I said, because of the dark academia vibe, because it always depends. I think when it gets too magical or too much into the fantasy realm, that's when I have a little bit more trouble. But so far is quite grounded in reality, apart from the fact that in this book we also have vampires, similar to, you know, A Diary of Blood. This is told from 2 different perspectives. We have Laura and we have Camilla. Camilla is obviously a reference to the book Camilla, one of the first vampire stories ever written. And so they are 2 very different girls. Laura has been wanted to go to this school all her life. It's a very prestigious school, and she is studying poetry. And on the other hand, we have Camilla, and when she got her inheritance money, a lot of money that it wasn't a trust fund for her, she decided to go to this school as well, but she originally comes from Switzerland. So it is the juxtaposition there of people that have a lot and people that have struggled and had to fight to get where they are. So they're both in the same school now, and they're both attending the same poetry seminar by a very how to say, charismatic teacher. But I'm not very far into the book. I'm only on page 72. So basically Laura got to the school and she was invited to a bonfire before the classes start. She didn't really want to go because she doesn't like partying and alcohol, but they convinced her that it's great, you know, to get to meet people before the semester starts. And so she decided to go. and she saw Camila there for the first time. She thought Camila was very pretty and she felt really attracted to her. And you know, there's not much interaction there. But then they meet at this poetry class and Camila gets jealous because Laura is very good writing poetry, and before, you know, Camila was a teacher's pet and now Laura is there stealing her thunder. And so she gets a little bit jealous. And so basically Camila is really jealous of Laura, and Laura is attracted to Camila, but she's also really intimidated by her. And so they're not really friends at the beginning, at least not yet. And then we have the teacher who has a very intimate, personal, up-close relationship with Camila. And there's hints already from the very beginning that kind of lead you to believe that this teacher could potentially be a vampire or some sort of immortal creature. And there are trigger warnings though. And I like that they are all listed at the beginning of the book. And so there's an author's note, and one of them that caught my attention was inappropriate relationships between a professor and students. So I can assume that might be a no-no for a lot of people, so just letting you know beforehand. But there is a lot of trigger warnings listed for people that want to check before getting the book, which I thought was great. But for me, you know, I don't really have triggers, so yeah, I'm really enjoying it, actually a lot more than I anticipated. I was kind of scared to get into it, but it's so easy to read and it's so engaging. And like from the very first couple of chapters, I was already on board with the characters. I was dying to get to know more about them. And this is also set, let me tell you, in 1968, so it is in the 70s. And yeah, I'm really loving it, but sadly now it's time for me to go to work. And all I want to do is sit down and read, but I can't because I need my money for books. So basically now I have to go back to work. I have to hand out my translation, do my regular job, start editing the video for Friday. I will probably try to join reading sprints tonight because Gavin Reads It All is doing some on his Patreon, and then, you know, maybe I can get more reading done tonight. But those are like my major things that I have planned for today. And I don't know if I can squeeze in the gym today, which hurts my soul, so I might go on a long walk to exercise a little bit today, so I don't feel like I have been home all day not moving, just sitting down working and reading. So I might go for a long walk today as well. Pray that it doesn't rain like hell when I want to leave the house, which is always the case. But yeah, let's go and start our working day. As usual, here are my outside cats waiting for me. But I have to go for a walk. So I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Time to go out for a little walk. I have handed out my translation. I have worked a little bit, so it's time for a walk. And I don't have access to any of the audiobooks from the books that I have on my March TBR pile. So I looked for a different audiobook that I could listen to while I walk. And I chose a Lisa Jewell audiobook. And I've always wanted to try to read Lisa Jewell because I know that Erin really likes her books and I never read her thrillers. So I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. And also, like, regular thrillers are great for me to hear as audiobook when I'm going on a long walk. I feel like I don't have to be extremely invested in order not to miss a lot of things. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go for a walk. I'm also gonna pick up a package. I think it's books. And we're gonna come back home, and also I have to do some lunch. So let's go. Hi. So I think that reading sprints are not going to take place tonight after all, and I'm really desperate to keep reading this book. So it's currently 5 p.m. and sadly I still have things to do for work today, so I am not done with work. But I'm going to take a break and I'm going to read a little bit of these for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes or so as a treat, because I want to read more. I'm really addicted to this book at the moment. It's one of those books that I started reading it last night and then I was sad that I had to go to bed because I was, you know, getting really tired, but I was sad that I could not keep reading because I was like so addicted to it. So I'm hoping it's gonna stay like that. So let's read a little bit, shall we? I might be a little bit addicted to the book, not gonna lie. It has me on a chokehold. This book, it basically dominates my life right now. Was it the best decision to start it last night? Not sure, because now all I can think of is this book and reading this book. I'm also gonna be sad when it's over because I'm really loving it. But so far we keep following Laura and Camilla, their relationship, how they don't like each other, but at the same time they kind of like each other as well. So it's really cute. And Camilla's relationship with the teacher, which is obviously a little bit toxic. And the teacher is the one that we all suspect that is the vampire. Like, you know that from the very beginning. It's not really like a big spoiler or anything like that. But I want to know more. I want to know if there's any rules for vampires in this book, any specific things they can or they cannot do. I know that there was a scene where they are outside because it's a good sunny day and the teacher is nowhere to be found. So I'm guessing that she cannot really be outside under direct sunlight, I'm guessing. And I want to know what's her plan. Why has she been working in this school? How long has she been at this school? Because obviously people are gonna start figuring out that she's not aging, right? Because she's a vampire. And I want to know what her plan is with Camilla, and now with Laura, because now she is like so smitten with Laura because her poetry is so good. So yeah, it's very interesting and I'm loving it. And I love this cute kind of romance that is blooming between Camilla and Laura. They're just so cute and I'm shipping them too much and I'm scared of what might happen to them. But here we are. But now it's time for me to go back to work. Why? I have to go back to work, and then I'm probably gonna have dinner and watch something with my partner, and then I'm gonna read. I'm gonna try to read at least 1 hour before I go to bed because I need to know. I need to read this book. I need to devour it. I need it in my life. I need it, you know, when you have a book and you're like, I need it all in here. I need it. Anyway, I'm making no sense. So I think it's time for me to go grab some water and get back to work. I'll see you guys the next time that I have a breakdown because of this book. Hi, Logan. Yeah. What a hard day. Oh. I'm here to provide you guys with a quick update. So Wednesday has taken a turn. I woke up this morning ready to do all the things, and then I started to make a list of the things that I need to accomplish today, and I realized that I am a little bit delusional because I have too many things on my plate for today. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna try to make it work. So I don't know if I'm gonna have much time for reading, but the plan for today is to finish work, work on a translation, start editing a video, I also need to go to the gym, which I'm gonna go now. I need to post some packages. I need to do groceries. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do today, let's be honest. So I'm gonna try my best not to crumble under pressure today and just accept that, you know, I will do as much as I can and the rest I just cannot control. So anyway, the good news is though that last night I was able to read a little bit more of An Education in Malice by S.T. Gibson. And so I'm here to give you a little bit more of detail. I'm on page 206. I'm flying through this book and I am so sad. But then you guys, yesterday I was checking if one of my Waterstones orders was shipped because the book is officially out, but not the edition from Waterstones, weirdly. I'm talking about the new Simone St. James book. So I have to wait on that. It's going to be shipped together with the new Holly Jackson book, it seems. So probably they'll ship it to me at the beginning of April. So I have to wait for that. And I saw that there's another S.T. Gibson book coming out this year. And I'm like, excuse me, how didn't I know this already? And so it is a book coming out in May. And it looks beautiful. It's one of those things again where it's not exactly my genre. I think it's more fantasy based, like somebody makes a pact with the devil, so it's a lot more with magic and stuff. But I have trust in S.T. Gibson because this book it has layers of dark academia as well as gothic fiction, but it's not as, you know, how to put it, as bizarre and as magical as other dark academia books that I have read that didn't work for me, like the Lee Bardugo one, this ninth something, I forgot the name. But that one just didn't work for me, and I know so many people loved it. So that type of dark academia doesn't work for me. This one works wonderfully, maybe because it has vampires and it has a little bit more of gothic flair to it than dark academia, in my opinion. And I'm really eating this up. So when I got to the middle of the book, I was surprised that there was like an action-packed moment and something happened that I was like, oh my god, like I felt like that was something that a lot of authors would have pushed as an ending, and it already happened in the middle of the book, and I loved it. And I was like, so now what, you know, after that, where are we going from here? So I'm so invested. I'm loving it so much. I'm sad it's gonna end. And I've already considered picking up the hardcover of these because I love it so much. So yeah, I'm still obsessed. That's basically the update. I'm still obsessed, and I would still recommend it to you guys, especially if you like books about vampires. Now, this is not a typical vampire book in the sense that there is not a lot of emphasis put on vampires and vampirism per se. I think in the second half we're getting to know a little bit more about how it works in this book. But there is a lot of academia, you know, the girls go to class, they study poetry, and we do get to know about them and all of that. So it's not just about vampires, even though we're talking a little bit more about it now in the second half. But I'm really loving it, honestly. And I love the relationship between Laura and Camilla. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it today at all because, like I said, I'm extremely busy today. But I'm hoping if not today, I'll finish this tomorrow. So that being said, you guys, it is time to go to the gym. Not that I have time to go to the gym, but I already skipped it yesterday and I cannot skip it today. I can't. It's already Wednesday, so I have to go. I have to, you know, use my discipline to just go and get it done. I'm just gonna try to make it as fast as possible, so with less breaks between repetitions and sets and things like that. Just go because I have to go to the gym, get some groceries and ship the packages, everything in like an hour and a half, because I also cannot be unavailable from my regular job for too long of a period of time. So I need to make it all work in an hour and a half. But I am going with a car, not with a bike, not walking today, because I need to get it quick. So yeah, busy bee today as usual. I hope that you still love this vlog. I'm trying to keep it like honest, this is what happens every day. You know, I get busy with like work and YouTube and social media stuff and, you know, life, like taking care of the house, groceries, things like that. And then I don't have as much time for reading as a lot of people might assume. But the time that I have, I try to make it count. And so far it's been working this year, to be honest, because I'm reading more than any other year. But I think it's also because I merged my channels into one, and that has allowed me also to have a lot more freedom. So yeah, this is where we're at, and let's go to the gym, you guys. Meanwhile, this munchkin over here, yeah, and this one over there are having the life. Yeah, you're too cute. Is that my belly? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Why are you this cute? It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Hmm? You guys, it was leg day. I cannot walk anymore. It was a 1 hour workout. I did it in 35 minutes. So good luck to me walking tomorrow. Anyway, let's go grocery shopping, ship the packages, and let's go home. But first, the cat needs to inspect the goods. He needs to inspect everything we bought. This is broccoli. You want broccoli? No? Tempeh? No? Guys, did you do the grocery inspection already? Guys, what is this? Okay. What is this? What is this? The cat to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What happened? It is 3 p.m. and it doesn't look like I'm gonna have much free time today. I'm still working on a translation as well. A lot of things to do today. I've also posted the poll on my Patreon so that we can all choose the book for April, and I have 4 books. There's 2 adults and 2 YAs to choose from, and they're all thrillers because I'm kind of like feeling like good thriller. So hopefully the one that we pick will be a good thriller. So I got that done as well, and yeah, just a lot of things to do. So let's keep pushing, let's keep working, and I'll see you guys later. Hi guys, I'm still working. I'm still in the office. It's past 6 p.m. And yeah, I still need to do a lot when it comes to the translation. I have to make dinner. So we shall see if we have time later to read anything at all. But at least I have my pet, my pet mascot in the office, and he's keeping me company. Here he is. Hi, honey. You keeping mommy company? Thank you. Thank you. It is Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. What a crazy week. I mean, I knew when I decided to vlog this week that I was gonna be really busy. It's getting a little bit out of control because I have so many things that I want to do also on time, because my parents are visiting me this year for Easter as well, and they're gonna be here a full week. So I'm not gonna be much on social media, so I have to pre-record, edit, upload everything that I want to have on my channel and stuff beforehand. So I have a lot to plan. So today, you know, the usual, I handed out a translation for today. I've been working my regular job. I am editing the video that's gonna come up on Friday. I need to have it edited and uploaded it one day early for the Patreon, so that is why I need to get that done today. So I already started and I'm really excited about that video because, well, you already seen it, hopefully. The video I'm talking about is the one where I organized and cataloged my whole physical TBR pile. It's something I have considered to do a couple of times and I finally have done it. So it was a lot of fun, and I have been book shopping after I did that, and I was so pleased that I was able to double check certain books while I was out kind of shopping for books. It has helped. It has helped already, you guys. Last night I did read a little bit more of An Education in Malice and I almost finished it, but then it was time for bed. It was time, I was falling asleep, but I made it to page 272, so we're finishing this today. And let me tell you, I'm still really enjoying this book. I was not anticipating things that have happened. How can I put this? There's a lot of smut in this book that it just caught me off guard. I was like expecting maybe something, you know, because we have a romance blooming between two girls and stuff. And I was expecting, you know, they would take maybe their relationship to the next level and stuff, but things happened. It's very visual. There's a lot more smut in this book than I anticipated. That's what I'm trying to say. So keep that in mind if you don't like explicit sex scenes, because they're here. They're here, you're gonna get them. So I'm really happy that I'm gonna finish this today. And I don't know, I think the rating, depending on how the ending is, but I'm guessing it's gonna be between a 4 and a 5 because I have been really loving it so far. And then probably I will be able to make progress on this book here, Ghost House, because I started it and then An Education in Malice came in between. And I have not been able to read anything else but this. Every second I've had for reading has been for this. I'm pretty sure you guys have the same thing if you read multiple books at the same time. Sometimes you start reading one that just hits the spot and you're unable to read anything else but this. So that's been the case here. So I'm hoping to finish this today so that I can catch up a little bit with Ghost House as well, because I read until page 76 and then abandoned it, even though I'm enjoying it. It's good, I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun with it, but sexy vampires came in between. What can I say? I'm that type of girl. Alright you guys, so now that I have updated you on my reading progress, it is time for me to quickly hit the gym for a quick cardio session. We're not skipping today. We're gonna get it done, then come home, have a shower, have lunch, all of those good things, and hopefully finish editing my physical TBR video because it has to go up today. Busy day, also have to do laundry, you know, all the mundane things that we humans have to do, even though we just want to read and enjoy our horror. So that's life, that's what we're gonna do. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Hello my people, it is 7 p.m. so I have made the executive decision today to relax for the rest of the day. I have been working every day this week until late, and I think today I deserve a break. I did manage to edit and upload the video that I wanted, did all my work, planned reading sprints with Patreons. I have also done laundry and all of that, so I feel quite accomplished and I feel like it's time to relax. I still have a lot of things to do, but that's thing for tomorrow. I want to relax today, so I thought we would sit down and we will try to finish An Education in Malice together, shall we? Let's see if the ending of this book is going to break me, if it's going to change my mind. I'm scared. Let's get into it. You guys, I have finished. I'm gonna give it 5 coffee mugs / 5 stars. Loved it. You know, it's just good. It's just good. Credit where credit is due. And it's not just a book about vampires and dark academia and stuff. It's also about life, decisions, love. How much would you be willing to tolerate for love? What will you be willing to do for love? How sometimes love can kill us. And it's so good, you guys, so good. Yeah, so I finished the book. Obviously enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna reread this at some point. I might even annotate it. That's how much I loved it. So I might keep this copy for annotating, and I might get myself a hardcover. I'm not sure, but maybe. Good morning, you beautiful, beautiful people. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Fridays are those days where the majority of people get excited because the weekend is just around the corner. And even though I do work the majority of weekends, I only work on translations and things for like YouTube and stuff like that. But like my major breadwinner job, I only do it from Monday to Friday. So it's still a little bit more relaxed, even though I still have to do a lot of things. But I'm excited because today has been so far productive. I woke up, I worked, got a lot done, and I am going now to hit the gym. It is upper body day today, so I'm gonna go do that, and I'm also gonna post a couple of packages. You know, it's kind of like my drill. Go out, post packages, grab things from the grocery store is something that I do often. So I'm gonna go do upper body workout, get all the chores done, and keep on working. But oh yeah, I forgot to update you. I read a little bit more. I am in page 120 in Ghost House by Claire McNally, and shit is hitting the fan. There's a lot of things going on at the moment. This is such a good classic haunted house story, like a ghost story. It's just so good. This is how it's done. I really enjoy this one. I think a lot of these kind of supernatural haunted house stories tend to be a hit or a miss for me, and this is exactly my taste when it comes to those type of stories. It's also not too long, so I feel like we get to the nitty-gritty on time. I feel sometimes supernatural stories tend to drag a lot until really interesting, intense things happen, and that's how sometimes they lose me before we get there. So I'm really enjoying this one, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it today, but you know, I'm glad that I'm making progress. Oh my god, you guys, what a Friday. I have not stopped doing things. It's 5 p.m. I've been busy all day, but it is what it is. And I decided to take a break from, you know, work, YouTube, stuff like that, to read a little bit. And I scripted one of the videos that I need to do, which is the upcoming April book releases. It took me like 2.5 hours to script that video. It takes a long time to go through new releases, find the horror thrillers. So I'm really happy that those are one of your favorite of my videos, because those are one of the videos that takes me the long to script, to record, to edit and everything. So I'm really happy that all the work is appreciated by you guys. So thank you so much for all the support you give me when it comes to those upcoming books videos. I really appreciate it. But now it's time to read a little bit before I go back to being productive. So I always like to have 2 books going on at the same time. I like to have the option. I rarely am reading just 1 book at a time. So because I'm already reading Ghost House, I decided to start another one today, and that's going to be a YA mystery thriller. I'm gonna be starting For Found Dead by Natalie D. Richards. It is about 7 people that are working late inside of a mall, and then the door's locked. It is a locked door murder mystery YA, and I'm really excited about this one. Apparently it's a shopping mall that is kind of about to close its doors, and one of the last establishments that is still open is a movie theater. And so when the workers close up for the day, they realize that there is someone else inside with them and they are locked in now. I'm guessing there's gonna be someone at least that dies, hopefully. And yeah, I am excited. I love locked room or locked buildings, murder mysteries. They give me life. I'm also hoping it's going to be fast paced because it's a YA mystery thriller. So I'm hoping to fly through it because I don't have so much time to read all of my March TBR pile. As I've mentioned, my parents are coming over Easter. I think they're staying for 6 or 7 days. So I probably am not gonna read anything at all when they're here because we're busy the whole day. We start early in the morning until night, and I want to spend some quality time with my parents since I don't see them that often. They still live in Spain, and so I need to push my TBR before they come. I have made it to page 102, so it has been a very productive, intense reading sprint for me. And as I imagined, it is going fairly quickly. It reads very quickly, and I'm glad. It also starts with action-packed moments from the very beginning, which I also appreciate. Basically, we have a shopping mall that is about to close its doors for good. There's only one thing left that is running inside of the shopping mall, and that is the movie theater. But today is also the last night, and after that it's also closing its doors forever. So they're already closing up for the day, and the last co-workers are all there trying to clean and leave the place empty because it's gonna be closed for good. And as they're cleaning the place, getting everything ready for closing, something happens and they start to get targeted by someone. And so far we are 102 pages in and 2 people have died. That's a really good deaths to page count ratio, in my opinion. The only thing that is kind of bothering me a little bit, but I don't know if it's something that they're gonna use later for a plot twist, is that the person who is supposedly responsible for all of this is someone that you know is doing it, or at least the author leads you to believe that that person is the one responsible. And that is a little bit anticlimactic, you know, like if you already kind of know. I was thinking that it was going to be like, who is the murderer, who is the killer, like a mystery, you know, but that mystery is kind of not there. So that's something that, you know, I think it's a pity that we don't have that mystery. But on the other hand, you know, there's many horror books that I love that are slashers or stuff like that with a killer that you know who the killer is from the beginning. So it's not something that it's really making me enjoy the book less, but I kind of had hoped that we wouldn't have known from the beginning who is responsible for things. However, as I said, it could also be that the author is leading us to believe that, just to do a switcheroo later and give us a big plot twist or something, which I'm all here for. So we shall see. Also, in between chapters, there are little snippets of newspaper articles about what happened at the mall, and they are placed exactly to let us know how the events were reported and stuff like that, and I'm really enjoying that as well. So far enjoying it. So I'll probably pick this up again tomorrow morning. I think today I'm not gonna read anything anymore. I think I'm just gonna, you know, be productive for a little bit longer and then just relax because I kind of need it after a really busy week. So this has been all for today, you guys, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. guys. It is Saturday and I'm getting ready to record a couple of videos because, like I said, I have to get a lot of videos edited and uploaded before Easter, and I wanted to quickly update you guys. It has taken me so long to prepare my April TBR pile because I am joining Old School April and there are 45 different prompts. 45, and obviously I cannot read 45 books in 1 month. It's just, for me, it's not humanly possible. And so basically I have spent hours creating the perfect TBR for me, for my needs. But I also wanted to update you on For Found Dead. I read a little bit this morning with my coffee and I made it nearly to the end. I made it to page 246, so I'm gonna get this one down today. So it has only taken me like a day to read this book because, like I said, it's very fast-paced and it's action-packed. It's interesting. I just feel like there's something missing from me, like the thrill is not there. I feel like I should be a lot more worried about the characters. I feel like I should be having some sort of mystery of what's going on. I feel like there is not really a mystery element to the book. Everything is laid out fairly early on, and so the element of surprise and mystery and thrill is kind of removed from the book, unless in the last pages there's going to be like a bunch of twists and turns to the story that are gonna leave me gagged and gooped. Otherwise, I feel like, you know, even though it's a mystery thriller, it doesn't really have a big mystery, at least not for me, so that's a little bit of a letdown in a way, but I'm still enjoying it. And I feel like if you enjoy books of characters that are trapped somewhere, especially in a shopping mall, you're probably gonna have fun with this one. It's a quick read, so you can pick it up. I just wish that it would have a bit more of a mystery element, of a thrill, you know, something like that is keeping me guessing, because when you don't have to guess in a mystery thriller, I guess it's easier to get bored quicker, even though this is fast-paced. So I'm gonna finish it today, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to give it more than a 3.5 maybe, because of said reasons, but at least one more down for my March TBR pile. You guys, I've been recording for like 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours, who knows at this point. But I'm finished, so I think I am gonna go grab a snack because I am starving. And then I'm gonna get to edit some of the videos. I need to edit things quickly so I can pre-upload everything so you don't guys miss me when I am having my Easter holidays. So yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day. Probably tonight I will watch a movie and just pass out really hard. I don't know if I'm gonna read anything else today because I do have reading sprints scheduled tomorrow, so I can use that time to read, and I can use today for being productive and get a lot of editing done on my YouTube videos. So I'm gonna go do that now and I'll talk to you guys later. Good morning guys, happy Sunday fun day. I'm here with Morby and we are ready to do some reading sprints with the Patreons. I woke up this morning early, like at 7:30, and I did a little bit of translation, a little bit of video editing, and now I'm going to read a little bit because I deserve it. I'm gonna treat myself, see what everybody else is reading at the moment. So let's catch up with some reading, shall we? I finished the reading sprints with the Patreons and sadly I have to go back to work. So I'm gonna quickly update you on how the reading sprints went, which went really well because I got a lot done. I finished Ghost House by Claire McNally and I have absolutely loved this. It's gonna be at least a 4 coffee mug read for me. This is the perfect haunted house, atmospheric, creepy story, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy that I read it. And I think I'm gonna try to find the other books that come after this one. These are old vintage paperbacks, so I don't know how accessible they are, but I'm gonna try. The next one is called Ghost House Revenge. And I'm gonna check out more things by the author because the writing style was great. It was fast-paced. I love the backstory from the house and how they discovered the things that had happened in the house before, because we all know when a house is haunted, the majority of times is because of something that happened there in the past. And then I started a book that I was so excited for, and that is One Hell of a Night by Stephanie Sparks. And I made it to page 122 during the sprints. And this is so good. It is two people that couldn't be more different from each other. Their lives are completely different. So we have a woman that started our relationship with a guy that was not good news, and that led her into robbery, and even the robbery of a bank. And then we follow a guy that is an agent for the government and is on a mission on a really small town. So he has been sent on a mission to this town called Paradise, which ironic name. And he is there for like a month and nothing really happens. So the last night he goes into a dating app that he has, and he finds a connection, which is Marlo, who is the woman that did the bank robbery, that is staying in the same town in a small motel. So they decide to meet to have a date because, you know, it's the last night that they're both going to be in this small town. So why not just go on a date? And they meet in the only diner in the town because it's a teeny tiny town in the middle of the desert. So they meet at this diner, and and things don't turn out really well for them. The conversation doesn't go really well. They are not each other's type. And they are very snarky with each other. I love their chemistry. It is so much fun. And when you have a story that is supposed to get really tense, thrilling with a lot of horror, this one has body horror as well. There is a warning, a content warning at the beginning. It is so much fun to have that comic relief in such a natural way. It doesn't feel forced. It's not like they're doing stupid jokes for just comic relief or anything. It just fits their personality, the way they are, you know, like having this banter with each other, and I loved it. And so that same night that they go in this horrific date, they get arrested for something they don't even know they did, because this town has its own rules, and they go to trial and everything in like 10 minutes time, and they realize there's something really wrong in this town and they need to get the hell out of it as fast as possible. And now two people that didn't really like each other, that just wanted to part ways, find themselves stuck in this town, unable to leave, and trying to figure out how to get help or get out of there. They're in this town in the middle of nowhere. They don't have any phone to call anybody for help. They don't have access to their cars anymore. There is nowhere to run. And everybody in this town seemed to be kind of like in the same loop. So nobody can be trusted except each other. And it's really fun because you have a federal agent and a bank robber, a criminal, that now are forced to work together in order to get the hell out of this place. And I'm having so much fun with this. You know, it gives me vibes of True Romance and Natural Born Killers and that stuff. But this is so much fun, you guys. If you've never read Stephanie Sparks before, I would only warn you that she can get really intense with disturbing images and with body horror. So that's what I'm expecting is still gonna happen in the second half. So far, the horror has been very mild. Let's say the violence has been very mild, but I'm expecting to catch up on the second half, and I'm really excited for that. So that's been everything that I have been reading today during the sprint. And it's currently, I think it's already 5 p.m. So I think for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna work, have dinner, and go to bed. So this is going to be the last update for this vlog. My idea behind this vlog is just to show you how my week usually goes, and that I'm so much busier than maybe some people might imagine, and also to give you guys hope. There's always ways to get some reading in between somewhere and still get to read enough in a week if you want to. You don't have to, obviously, but organization is key. You know, as the very wise Taylor Swift said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Amen, sister. So yeah, planning is a really big thing, and this year I have been planning my content as much as I can, and that has also helped me a lot to get things done because I know what needs to be done and I know my deadlines. So if you want to get certain books read every month, it doesn't have to be content planning or anything like that, but if you say, hey, I want to read 4 books this month, plan it. Plan how many pages, plan you know, when you want to read your books, find time. It's gonna help you a lot more than winging it. If it's important to you, you don't have to plan either, but you know. So I hope that the vlog was still interesting to you guys to see what I do during the week and see how many different things I have managed to read this week as well. And I'll see you all, as always, in our next coffee time. Bye!